welcome to I Am Hard this week. I am very delighted to be surrounded by an army of amazing women that are all out here doing great things. And over the last couple of weeks, I've featured Becky and Zed, the financialist, who are both doing amazing things in their front. And joining us in this conversation is Mimo, who runs an online fashion store called Mimo Wear. Tell us a little bit about that, Mimo.
Thank you, Agi, for this opportunity. And Mimo Wear it's a clothing brand that is around 6 months old right now. Yeah, and it focuses more on African wear, and let it just to say that it's contemporary African wear. That something that is not too old, or it's not, it's
important.
Just something that you just love. And it's African wear.
Is this one of the things, your jacket, one of the things you create? It's contemporary, so it mixes African with like our jeans.
Yeah, our jeans. And something that is on this century. And it actually lasts for more centuries.
Amazing. I absolutely love the work you do. She has made some clothes that I wear.
Oh yeah, I get to see.
And we'll get to know more about that. But today we are focusing on being a young creator and being someone who's creating and putting yourself out there, and like it's almost like diving into the sea with almost nothing and with no assurance of what exactly is going on in this space.
Right.
And I just love each of us to get to contribute. What has it looked like to be a young person trying to create content and to create different kinds of things and sharing that with the world? What does that look like? Let's start with Zed.
Hi everyone. So what does it look like? Scary yet beautiful. Yeah, sometimes it looks, oh my god, absurd. Like everyone's looking at you. You decided to start this. Like, okay, so what did you do on your normal life? Like, where did you get them? And like, oh my god, those things. And then they eventually balance. They fall in place. You decide, okay, if I'm going for full-time, this is what I'm creating, that's what I'm doing. If I'm going for, this is what I'm going to do on my part-time as I have a real thing going on, then it's all about a matter of choice and what works for you again. So I really love that balance and mashup and different creatives doing different things in different times. So
and for me it looks like confusing. I mean, it looks like confusion. It looks like confusion because first of all, this is something you've not done before, and you, like in my case, I don't have someone who is doing a podcast who I know in my circles. So it looks like me looking for inspiration and being mentored by people who are far away, online. So it looks like a lot of hitting things as you go. You're confused and saying, hitting this one, or that one is working, or this one is not working. So it looks like a lot of experimentation.
Cool. Experimentation and training. You're literally creating something that people can look back and say, wow, we can do this. And for Mimo, who's in fashion, what has that been like?
It's more of just going all the way out and deciding to be crazy. I feel like the idea of just stepping into this is just to be crazy. People will see like you're crazy. People will wonder, why don't you just you're just a young person. You have a whole life. You can look for a job, then start creating stuff. But you just be crazy, and let's see what this craziness brings out of you. So you just be crazy. It's about being crazy.
And I think if we are to be completely honest, we have those days when we ask ourselves and we question, okay, what exactly is going on? But something for me that has really helped me keep going despite the craziness and oh my god, the confusion is immense, is hearing people's stories. Having someone call you back and say, oh, I love this episode that you did. It changed me. It inspired me to do something. It moved me, in essence. And when you hear stories like that, you encourage, you're like, oh my god, it actually means something. And I'd like us to share, like, have you had people call you back? Have you had people come and tell you, oh, you inspire me? And how has that helped you on the journey?
Thank you so
much. Let me start with for my blog I usually get statistics, so you can get to see from which country someone has seen you blog from, where they're reading from. So they show regions. And so there's this one time I got someone from Saudi Arabia and I was like, please don't use my blog to blow up my country. Oh my god! Why would you read my blog from Saudi Arabia? I'm like, oh my god, like I want to meet you in person. So it was really crazy. Like I discovered, man, you what you're using, your creative space, your creative platform, your creative idea, your creative work may just connect with people you never thought you could connect.
Yes.
You're going to go places that you never thought you would actually go, and it gives you that open space, that confidence to be like, you know what, I stood for my brand, I stood for my creativeness. So let me get to meet other people, let me get to approach someone and be like, hi, you're the Secretary General of UN, okay, so I am this and this council, this is what I do. Like, oh my god, that's really awesome. Like, okay, I know what you do is more awesome, but anyway, my little big thing. I know this is my little big thing and I'm going to use it. I usually have those moments where I'm like, you know what, guys, go for it, do this. Then the next day I'm like, okay, what is going for? What am I going for? I don't even know about my life anymore. And you may have those moments where you question and you're in doubt, but guess what? That's part of the process. And you look back, I have posted a blog every Wednesday for like, this is now the second year, going to the second year, every Wednesday, every week. Like I haven't missed it every day. And that taught me more than just the blog and the blog. It taught me to going on and in life just being consistent and just being bold and saying this is what I'm standing for. Thank you. And that's true.
What you stand for at the end of the day. And this is
I think it tests you. It makes you feel like, oh my god, am I really doing this? As in, okay, is it necessary? I don't want to be a celeb. Like, what will life do? Like I walked down with this t-shirt and it was like, so look at me and I'm like, oh, I know guys, I look good. I discover, I don't love t-shirt. My t-shirt, and I'm like, okay, now I'm walking, now I'm moving, I'm freezing and shining, now you guys need to see this. After I've discovered why people looking at me, I might have things in my teeth, what's going on? And then I discovered what? People actually reading your brand. They're like, hey, can I get to know what your brand does and more about it? And so it opened up conversation never thought it would have.
Oh, that's really incredible. So Becky, Mimo.
Oh yeah, I think you go first.
She's being gentle.
Oh yeah, sure. I'll go. So I think it's about what you said, being consistent, and you just keep doing your own little thing, and one day when someone notices you, you'll be noticed. The idea is, don't really do it with the whole thinking of, oh, who's going to see this and how will they react to it, but you keep. The idea is, let the passion you have be more than the fear that you have.
That's so good. I think we should have like a moment.
Let that sink in. Let's say that again. Please say it again.
The passion you have be more than your fear.
Let the passion be more than the
We're
fear.
done, people. We can
because I said it's always crazy. People will be like, I have this job opportunity. Do you want to try it? And you're like, this is the path I chose. It's either it works or it works.
Wow.
It works. Because you're like, this is the path I chose, and I'm willing to go through this, through whatever it brings. Because I know I'm the one who owns the dream, and when you know it's your dream, keep nurturing it, and even in the times of doubt, just keep pursuing what you're passionate about, and that's the whole idea, that you just be consistent, keep doing your own little thing, be consistent.
I think for me, when I hear Mimo talk about the passion being more than the fear, that would define me. Because for me, the podcast looks like me stepping out of my comfort zone. I mean, if I stayed me in my comfort zone looks like, me learning things and keeping them to myself. Stepping out of my comfort zone looks like now sharing those things. And it's not easy. It's very hard. You're thinking, okay, is this even meaningful? I should probably just have kept this to myself. But when you do it, for me, the joy is in when I do it and put it out there. First of all, that's enough joy, and that's enough. Yay, you've done something.
Yeah.
And then now, when someone else listens or interacts with you online and tells you the same thing, hey, that was quite something. It left me chewing, and then you're like, oh, okay, so it was not just my own hype. So you feel happy that you've done it. You feel okay, we can really do this thing, even with the fear. And then when other people tell you that it was impactful to them, it adds some more momentum. Like, just keep doing it every Wednesday. For me, that's
I love that. I love the conversation. I love what I'm hearing, because I hear a lot of inspiration, a lot of drive and passion and staying power. We find ourselves in a generation where people don't have so much muscle to stay in a thing when it's hard, especially. And so what does it look like for us to be the people who hold the flag and say, I'm committed to this passion, I'm committed to this, I'm committed to posting a podcast every single week or every other 3 weeks, or I'm committed to creating a new design every other time, and I'm committed to posting a new blog. It's so inspirational, so that it's not that the journey is not hard. It's that you commit to it and you say, you know what, I'm going to do this because I have chosen to. And I think something that you shared with me as I was thinking of beginning the vlog, that I don't know if you remember this, but it was very inspirational. I was so scared. I think it's something Nemo has mentioned. I was scared about, who am I creating for? Who will listen? Will people even watch and whatnot? And you said, you know what? The people who you're creating for will find you. They will come. You're not creating for everyone. It's like there's two phones that do the same exact thing, but I have a preference. And so there's someone who is looking for you, and they will find you. And it doesn't matter, it's like casting a net, and whoever that thing is meant for will find it, and they'll take it, and they'll be happy for it. And so I think that's really incredible.
I think that's
yes, you did say that. You're sure? I took that to heart. I was
And I think about
really
the passion. Sometimes like when you watch TV, like someone says I'm passionate, and I'm like, people say I'm talented, they say like, how do you know you're talented? And I think that's really an issue. And sometimes you may not identify your passion. I think eventually it comes later, like, oh my god, it's my passion, guys. You're shocked about it later on. You started at something as an idea, something that was running through your mind about this is what I'm going to do, and I'm excited about it. And then later on, you get an interview like this and someone says, how do you know that was your passion? Like, is it?
Thank you for telling me.
Over time, it becomes your passion. Because you now own it.
You grow.
I feel like you may not really struggle. Don't stress enough to find your passion, find my passion, my purpose. I think it eventually comes. It's easy.
I also love that, because something I have read that have really encouraged me is the reminder that this word passion, sometimes it looks like it's so scary when someone asks you what's your passion. Like, I don't know about my passion. And a writer I really love, Elizabeth Gilbert, talks about interest. Let's talk about interest. So what are you currently interested in? And so if this is what you're currently interested in, run towards that direction. And somewhere along the running towards it, you'll find it. And then probably that's what people call passion. When you hear passion, when you really are not running towards something, it can be scary, it can be overwhelming, and then you feel, oh my god, I'm useless. But I can bet you all of us have something that we're currently interested in. So, and interests change all the time, right? So we don't know if we'll be blogging forever, but this is our current interest, so that's why we're running with it. So like, if you're listening, please just whatever your interest is, just follow that interest and see where it leads. So that don't be debilitated by, I don't know what my passion is. You guys are lucky, you've been blogging for 2 years. No,
I know.
She didn't start blogging, she started somewhere, and now she loves it. She can call it her passion.
And I think I'll just ride on the conversation on interest, and just for anyone who's watching this, I mean, we all are at very formative stages of whatever it is that we are doing.
6 months.
6 months.
I can't even convince that for 6 months.
I'm about 6 months old as well.
I'm the OG.
But really, for someone who's trying to to start something and they have this interest, I'll call it an interest. They have this thing that's like an idea that's stirring in their minds, but they're too scared to to start. And I mean, I say this from experience because before I started creating on I Am Her, it took a year of the idea just being in my mind and postponing, and I can't do this. I can't do this. And second guessing myself and everything. But for someone who is in that stage and is that person who is you a couple of months or years ago, and they have this idea, what would you say? What would be the thing that you'd share with them about that journey? What that journey has been like? We'll start with you for this way.
Well, what I'd tell to that person is that as long as it's burning in you, as long as it's something that you wake up every morning and you're happy to do it, as long as it's something that it will give you a headache and you're still insisting on doing it, just follow it, go for it, keep going for it.
I'd say just do it. As you say, you had your idea for a year. I had my idea also probably for a year and some months. And it was just there in my head, trying to push it behind my back. And no, you go away. I mean, who needs a podcast? And I had so many things I was trying to convince myself as to why I shouldn't do it. And the moment I just did it, just do it. Whether you have the computer to write your blog on, whether you have internet to load your video, whether you have a recorder, regardless of what you may say you don't have, you definitely do have something that you can start with. So start. Just start, and then after you've done that first one, you'll have ideas and probably better ways of how to do it the next time. So just start. Paint that picture. The good thing about starting when you're not very sure is that there's no big risks or big stakes involved. Right? Like if I'm 6 months, I don't have millions of people listening to my podcast, so that gives me room to make more errors and make mistakes which I can learn from. Take that advantage when you are still young. Make those mistakes, and then as the stakes get higher, you'll have gotten better. So just do it. Just do it.
I think I have a practical example. So I think 2016, when we were still in 4th year, I had this idea. It started as women in finance. It didn't start as the financialist, by the way. It started as women in finance. So the idea was women in finance, and I was trying to think about it, jiggle about it. It was a really hard process, And I actually made a t-shirt. I made a t-shirt. I'm telling you, without a website, I have a t-shirt. Oh my God, it's being crazy, as she said. Being crazy about what you want. And so I did a t-shirt, a white one. It was really cute. And it was written # I am a weave. A WIF, WIF, a woman in finance, and then you might was written woman in finance. So that started as an idea going on, and eventually I think it's like what Aggie said, you just get to meet one person that you share your idea with, and they become that breakthrough. Like, you know what, I need to do this. Like the way Becky said, you discover, let them find me. I'm going to start it. Let them find me, And so I met this amazing friend of mine and told her, imagine I've been thinking of doing a blog. This is like, what do you mean? Everything is free. The resources are free. Let's do this today. And so that I remember it was a Wednesday, and that's why I think I post every Wednesday, because it started on a Wednesday. And I'm really key on dates. So it was a Wednesday, and I posted something that I'd written kitambo. You know the way you write on your phone, when you're driving home. And so I'd written a really, a small piece. And so I posted it live, and then I went home. Do you know that day I didn't sleep?
Exactly.
Someone is reading my blog. Oh my God, people are reading it. It was so funny. I'm telling you. I didn't sleep that day. It's not like I'm having an interview. It's my wedding day. But trust you me, I didn't sleep. And sometimes you're going to have interest that won't make you sleep. Like, you just be like, you know what? It's not my wedding day. It's not my graduation day. There's nothing going on. But I'm just sleeping. I didn't sleep. And I was thinking, nobody has read this blog, and I didn't sleep. But guess what? People read that blog. I saw the statistics, and I was like, people read this blog.
Yeah.
Okay, let me go back, spell check. What have I missed? Paragraphs. How is it? Is it aligned? Everything, is everything okay? Do I need an image?
Yeah.
And so going for that's how I grew up in that brand. And you probably need a support system, someone to tell you can do this. You need connections, you need people to really get you there going. And also you need to tell yourself, you know what? I'm doing it. I'm doing it. It's not my wedding day. There's nothing going on in my life, but I'm not sleeping.
Yes.
I'm not sleeping. And
I love that.
Those moments going forward.
Thanks, ladies, for sharing your stories. It's been so fun having you. I think just a parting shot from each of us is so what would it look like for the next generation of creators? What do you think it looks like for your 7-year-old sibling, your 8-year-old, friend or daughter or someone who you know? What does it look like for them? Are we looking to inspire more people to create? Do we definitely want to see people coming up with original ideas? Not same old, if we could have the financialist 2.0, what does it look like for the next generation of creatives as we pass?
I think the future is bright. I sit down now and I'm in creative forums where people are talking about the creative industry is growing, and I'm like, thank God I'm part of it. Long time ago it'd be like, oh my God, creative. I think those people will win in the next generation. But right now you're like, I'm owning this. I'm part of it. We are together. It may be 6 months, but hey, we are creatives together, guys. You have no idea. So I think that right now, in the Kenyan market, I'd stand by a store and buy a Kenyan brand. I'd simama somewhere and buy a Kenyan brand, a Kenyan cloth branding, that has been done by Mimo. I'd listen to a Kenyan podcast. Right now, there's more acceptance to local content, and that's a space we need to actually utilize. There's an opportunity for us, and the exciting thing is, right now you're not standing out and saying there's an opportunity. Right now you're in need, and you're like, guess what? I'm part of this. I'm a stakeholder in this opportunity, and that's what we need to do. You know what? Yes, there are many vloggers right now. There are many bloggers. There are many creators in the country. But hey, who has said what's the limit? There's no room to this. There's no room to who society should have and who should not. You just never know. You just never know where your breakthrough will come in. You may start as a creative, like the way I started, and then eventually you go into a space where you're in finance, something you really love, and it's somehow connected, or someone liked you because of what you do outside your academic, spaces, and outside the social spaces that society has put on us, that you need to be orderly, you need to be a woman who does this and this and that, and going out of that box and creating your own box and saying, this box is going to be creative, it's going to have color, it's not going to be a box. How about it's a pentagon, how about something else, it's a cube. Like who has said it's a ball? I'm going to be that cube. I'm not going to be that ball. So it's about reinventing and recreating and rediscovering and being a creative.
Wow, so much. I agree, and I would just want to extrapolate on what you're saying. I agree with the idea that the next generation is bright. Look at us talking about the next generation. Next gen. So ridiculous. I talking about young. I think I would want to tell people our
the younger me.
The younger me. I love that. The younger me, I tell her, please don't just fear. Just do it. What are you interested in? Do it. I think the permission is granted already. You can't say no, I wasn't told by who. The permission is already granted to you. Just go ahead and do it. You are allowed to make triangles, ovals. You are allowed to create anything, and just so long as that sinks in, I think it kicks out the fear slowly, and then you just give yourself permission to create. And
give yourself permission.
Please just give yourself permission.
I love that. Such gems.
Yes. I love what you ladies have said. Oh my God, I even have something to say. But
you do.
Because it's so bright. The future is so bright, and I'm so impressed to see the number of people with their stories that they give, that this is what I studied in school.
Yeah.
I worked for maybe a year or something, or really never went to employment, and just started creating this, and this is working.
Yeah.
And it's so inspiring that we don't really have to follow the rules.
Yeah.
How about we make
Create
the
our
road by
own.
walking?
Yeah.
That that part is not worth, but sure, I can create this one. So that the future to our kids, to our grannies and all that, the younger me, it's really bright. And I will just say, like Becky, I'll just tell them that go for it, start, do it. So bright for you.
There's so much to share.
Yes.
Thank you so much, ladies. I'm so honored that you guys came on and shared, and you get the opportunity to engage with them on their various platforms. We have Mimoware on Instagram, on Facebook as well. She has amazing designs. We have the podcast with Becky, downloading her stories and just listening. We have the financial blog with Zed. You can get to be part of these conversations on the different platforms. And of course, yours truly, I am her.
Amazing.
Spotlights. It's an absolute honor to share our journeys with you. I will see you next week. I'm your host, Agnes Olo. This has been I Am Her with these lovely ladies, and I am tagging each of them down in the description box below. You can get a link to their work. Do go and check it out. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah. Cool.
See you next week.
Bye.